Try to turn my volume up, but end up turning the camera on, man. But that's cool. Sitting in my truck. Just talk to you guys. Adjusting my camera. I like seeing my steering wheel so I know I can drive, as you can see. I erased some of my videos. I ain't worried about YouTube. I like seeing it on YouTube, but personal reasons. I don't, not to make it a job or nothing like that. So you guys can hear or talk to you guys. That's what I do it for. Plus it's cool. Makes driving around a lot better, more fun, you know. Said a lot in my videos about Star Wars and how Anakin and Obi-Wan is like, not to be rude, Obi-Wan's like God. Not that Obi-Wan is God, but he's like God. Why? Because the relationship that he has with Anakin, he's guiding Anakin. Same thing, God's guiding me. Same thing. There is no Jamal without God. It just isn't. Oh, you know, I accepted his son. Jesus died on the cross for me, and here we are. You know, I don't gotta go get in deep with it, but you know how it goes. So, that takes me directly to the Father who sits on the throne, creator of everything. That's why, you know, a lot of things that happen, you know, like my job being gone, and now I'm moving to Vegas. I think because me being insensitive when it comes to God, because I love women, watching things I ain't supposed to be watching, especially as a Christian. You're supposed to give some things of this world up, and that's just one thing I haven't, for whatever reason, given up yet. Gave up everything else, lying, stealing, cheating, you know, all the other easy stuff, but dealing with women, man, that's another. And I'll talk to God about it. You know, you created these beings for us, but then the speculations on them how to deal with them when it comes to you. You know, but you heard what God said in the Old Testament, that He's a jealous God. One thing I know about God, God does not like anything interfering with His relationship when it comes to you, not His creation. If you have a relationship with God, He doesn't like anything coming in between them. Right? He expects you to uphold the oath that you made to Him when you accepted His Son. No matter how we feel about it, God is not funny about that. No matter who it is. He wouldn't allow Moses into the promised land because he got angry. Forget about striking a rock just because he got angry. God calls it not trusting him. That's how serious God is about his relationship with you. That he wants total obedience when it comes to relying on him. That's just what he requests. When you don't do that, and God's almost to the point where He said, I'll never forsake you, but He ain't gonna bother you. He ain't gonna bother you, but the gifts that He give you, they start disappearing, man, because God's a giver. not an Indian giver, he's a giver. Because he gives, he expects you to uphold your side. I mean, you don't. And it just holds back. And by him holding back, things that came into play because of him disappears. Opportunities. Because in the Old Testament, you used to just, there's in the Old Testament, you disappeared. You disrespected God. That's just how it was back then. God, that's why he sent the Son, because to bring it down raw, if God didn't want to keep doing it, there will be nobody left. He'll have to destroy everything. And that's how he kept it, because God is pure. He's holy. Can't have sin around him. He had to look away from his Son because of the sin that Jesus was carrying. And Jesus did it for his Father. So you can look at his Son, then who are we? You know what I'm saying? If he destroyed his Son for sin, who are we? But he did it because of us. Not because of Jesus, because of us. That's how much God wanted to have a relationship with us. That he was willing to destroy his family to have that relationship with Jesus was his family. He loved you so much he gives you his Holy Spirit. Think about that, right? We are truly privileged when it comes to God. All of us, every last one of us on this earth is truly privileged. Even if you don't accept that, you're still truly privileged, because look what he gives us. He doesn't ask for anything. All he asks is for obedience. That's it. That's what it all boils down to. Loyalty and being obedient, because God's loyal to you. Very air we breathe, he gave to us. Now we can get into a whole bunch of garbage to go along, but there's no need to get into all of that, because I can't explain all of that. That's between God and whoever else is suffering. It's just unfortunately how it is. Like for myself, I'm black and I'm short. Average height. Love to be taller, but hey, I am what I am. You know? Thank God that I'm able to see, and I have all my abilities, everything works. So I can't really complain, man. There's people missing things. Baby took a breath today and now it's gone. Man, it's just so much stuff. Families destroyed because they lost their kids. Like myself, losing my daughter. I have another daughter that I can never see. Pray to God about it all the time, but right now, it is the way it is. But I have a son, that I never get to see because of somebody else. Because of somebody else. I don't get to see these people that came from me. I can't do anything about it. I mean, I could. But they're grown now. They're not kids anymore. They're grown people. What can you really give them? Give them advice? Advice about what? They're almost in their 30s. Unfortunately, that's what happens when people get involved in your life. You don't take life seriously. These things happen. Look at my sister, and she has all her family. Maybe she did it right. I don't know. She sees her kids. She sees her grandkids. I look at Jenny, which was my ex, but she has her kids. She lost her daughter. I gotta look at myself and the things that I do. I lost my kid. The only girl that meant anything to me is gone. Sad thing about it wasn't all cookies and creams because, man, Chris, I wasn't at odds with Chris, but for some reason she was at odds with me. But she has a lot of pain, a lot of things that happened in her life, and her dad wasn't there. Not talking about Danny, talking about Jamal, the man that created her, and where she came from. And I commend Jenny and Danny because they got her to where she was at. I wasn't there to do it. Like Jenny tells me today, you could have seen your daughter. Yeah, I could have, if I knew where you was. But then again, like I told you, I didn't want Chris to have two dads. I wanted to be her father, but unfortunately I couldn't. Now Jenny's back. Things are way different because I have God in my life, so I can't just do what I want when it comes to it. I have to accept that this is the way it is. Talked to my teacher, a second grade teacher, named Miss Navarro, named Susan. I don't know if she's Miss Navarro anymore, I don't know. I gotta ask her what her last name is now, because I think she got remarried. I remember her maiden name, Susan Weisberg. That was her maiden name. My brother found her. Talked to her. Still looks the same, just older, but she still looks like my favorite teacher. Still a beautiful lady. But she has a family now, man. 3 girls. Yeah, I look like their mama, man. Proud of her. She did good. Unfortunately, her and Sam didn't work out, but she moved on and made a life for herself. She didn't sink to the bottom of the ocean like most people do. He didn't want to do right, so she moved on. That's how it goes. Now she has somebody who loves her. Maybe it seems that he treats her good because they just went on vacation. I was talking to her. I don't want to talk too much to her. It was good to hear from her, I respect her husband and respect her family. Once in a while, say hi. But not a kid anymore. She's a grown woman now. I'm a grown man. She has kids. She's a mom. I have kids. I'm a dad. She's married. I was too. So. Ain't like nothing's going to spark from it. I was just happy to hear from her. Say hi to her. See how she's doing. Like my ex Jenny, it was cool hearing from her. Nothing to come from it. I could get together with her. She's a married woman. She's married to Danny. That's where she chose. That's where she's at. It's just how life is today. Unfortunately, hopefully, maybe I get lucky. Get another wife, and again, I don't know, why not? 58, man, I ain't got too much left. This year I'll be 59 years old, almost 60 years old. What kind of father can I be at 60 years old? Trying to raise a newborn, Ship is so at sail. Best thing I can do is try to do good with God, so I can get to heaven, and then when He creates this all over again, maybe I get lucky and I can come back. Maybe. New Jerusalem. Be a part of that. Hopped on here again because I was listening to my pod when I was talking about Anakin and Obi-Wan. Like, why do you talk about stuff? Because Star Wars says a lot about people. It really does. George Lucas says a lot about people. He tapped into how people are. Obi was, he called Anakin his brother, but it was more than a brotherhood. It was like a father and son. Obi was like Anakin's pops. Anakin was the son, because he raised him. Right? He raised Anakin. Just like Anakin was Ahsoka's pops. And she got raised by the best, seriously. I don't care if anybody, nobody was stronger than Anakin. If Anakin and Yoda, like he got to fight with the old man with the lightning, that was his battle between Anakin. The only reason why Obi got Anakin is because he struck out of anger. When you fight and rage, you just do stupid things. You end up hurting someone or hurting yourself. That's why it's never good to fight when you're angry. That's why God says, don't let the sun go down on your anger, because you usually end up doing stupid stuff when you're angry like that. And Anakin was proof. He was the best swordsman that anybody ever seen. You can ask anybody. I'm sure you probably have a few people that play, Obi-Wan, but we all know. We've seen Star Wars before Anakin got cut up. There was no way, even Obi-Wan told Anakin he was better than he was. He knew Anakin was stronger than Obi. Obi-Wan knew it. Even his boss, his master that passed away, knew that Anakin was stronger than Obi-Wan. Not that Obi-Wan was weak, but he just didn't have the skill level that Anakin had. Not that Obi-Wan was a chump, because he wasn't. He was good too. But Luke Skywalker's pops, man, his dad was. Anakin was no joke, man. And that's why Ahsoka Tano was so freaking bad, because she was trained by Anakin, so he gave her what he had. That's why Ahsoka was, man, that's why a chick was bad with those lightsabers, man. Anakin wielded one and she wielded two, so her skill level was even higher than his, because she was able to wield two lightsabers, not that Anakin couldn't. But that's how smooth Ahsoka Tano was. She didn't get whooped too many times. I watched the live action of Ahsoka on Disney Plus, but it took me a long time to accept that lady as Ahsoka, but that's Ahsoka. And she went back and she talked to Anakin. And it was Anakin, because she got beat, and he was very disappointed with her, to the point where he started fighting her, because he was like, what I gave you is no way that you should have lost. Ahsoka, unless you're missing something or you're not focused. It's like God looks at us the same way. There's no way, Jamal, you should still be dealing with this. Unless you lost something or you're not focused. Most likely because Jamal still wants to live in the world. Still want to do worldly things, but God's constantly telling us to be in it, but don't be of it. I don't know where the stupid cough came from. Life is different now. And I still try. I try to rely on God. I do. But I don't feel my relationship with God is the same as it was earlier. Ever since my brother said what he said about God, and I felt different about God ever since then. I don't know why, but things like that, affects me really bad for some reason when I believe something and somebody tells me something different. Throws me off balance. But God is constantly with me, even right now. Look at the life He gives you. Sitting in a nice one-bedroom apartment, beautiful apartment. Beautiful, seriously. You've seen this place. There's no punched holes, the carpet's beautiful, it's clean, it's nice in here. This is because of Him, not because of me. But, unfortunately, I did some things to God that obviously He wasn't too happy about. Now, my job chips, I believe, it's gone now because of it. But like I tell God, I tell everybody, I love women. I like seeing them like that. I can't help it. I try, and I do. I try hard. But a woman with a beautiful body and all those curves, yeah, man, God created a beautiful creature, man. But you gotta do it His way. You have to. It's sad, but trying it your way, you see how it ends up. It just ends up bad. That's what happened. Ended up bad. Trying to get closer to the speaker so you guys can hear me. I hopped on here because I listened again to one of my pods and I want to talk some more. What we can do, man, with YouTube, man. What you can do, But I'll talk to you guys again, man. I'll make another one. Peace to you guys. Thank you.